Hey guys, so I just watched the grossest video I think I have ever seen of somebody's ingrown hair getting cleaned out. The pore getting cleaned out. It was gross. I'm not into like the popping videos and stuff. So I don't know how I ended up watching this, but because I think about self-improvement like way too much these days, the process that it took to clean out this hair reminded me exactly of the process of cleaning out the garbage that you have going on mentally. It's useful to think about it this way, and I think this is especially for the people that watch this that are kind of like me, that are kind of like, I don't know, like in a similar place to where I am, which is just like, you know, you're kind of through some of the major stuff. Like this video, they pulled out this hair on this guy's back and it had to be like this long. I mean, here, I'll make it look bigger. This long. It was just like, you could not believe how long this hair was that came out of this tiny pore. And so then you like think that's it. You think that's the video. No. Like, then there was another one, even longer, like wrapped around itself. It was like 8 inches long. That came out and you're just like, okay, that has to be it. Then another little hair, and then just like some disgusting goop and stuff. This was like a 4-parter. And to get like the third one out, they had to like squeeze at it and poke at it and dig in there and get it. And then finally, like the gross end popping was just like, you know, that just like popped out. I just found this to be a really apt analogy for how unearthing the shit that's ruining your life is. I mean, it's almost a perfect, exact analogy, if that's the right word. You know, when you first start this stuff, like you get some big, juicy, gross thing out, and then you're like, oh my God, it feels so much better. This, you know, this must be it. I'm done. Like I got this big insight. I solved this big problem. I realized this big thing. And then you go on and you're just like, well, I'm not sure, like what now? I'm not sure what's going on. And then you realize, oh, there's actually more. There's actually more in there about this. So then, you know, you dig, you get another big thing. You're just like, oh my God, this life's amazing. I'm a superstar. I'm solving all my problems, you know. And then you get to the point where it's like, you know, you kind of think it was solved, but then you realize you can still see something through that skin. You can see that there's still something. Is that something black in there? God, there's got to still be something in there. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. And then you spend twice as much time digging, and it hurts. Oh my God. You know, it's just like, it's annoying. It's irritating, frustrating. You can't get it. You can kind of see it in there, but you can't freaking get it. And then you dig that thing out and you're just like, oh, I'm there. And then after that, it's just a matter of squeezing out the residual shit that's left in there. You know, just like cleaning out the behaviors that don't work anymore, that don't make any sense, that, you know, the thoughts and other little things just come bubbling out, and then you're free of it. And this is such a gross thing, but it's perfect. It's a perfect likeness to this process. It's exactly how it goes. You know, I think most people don't have like tons of these. Most people really only have like 1 or 2 big ones like this that take all this continued focus and effort and intention and, you know, going through the meat grinder to get to the point where, you know, they can finally get rid of the last big part, and then start cleaning everything up so that area is pristine again, so that area is perfect and can start functioning normally again and can like grow a normal hair. This is the grossest video and the grossest imagery that I have used on this channel. But this is for the people that are where I was when I started this channel. I had no idea what was coming. Like I really had no idea. Looking back, it feels like it should have been obvious, because to me the clue that things are where they're supposed to be is that you feel really good. Like, that's the indicator. I was just texting with my friend Tim Grimes yesterday. His YouTube channel is Radical Counselor. I always say I'm going to link to it, but I think I forget to sometimes. But we text a lot, just about everything. And we were texting about this exact thing yesterday. I think I was texting with Cecilia too. About how, like, it's, you know, it's just, and at the end of the day, feeling good is like the generic law of attraction advice. It's like The Secret. I remember there's like feel good is a splash screen in The Secret. And it seems really generic, and it's also very frustrating because if you don't feel good, you know, just making yourself feel good is kind of a gross feeling. But feeling like everything good comes from feeling good. And Neville Goddard talks about the law of reversibility. You can use outside circumstances to change your state. You can change your state to change outside circumstances. And it's kind of the same thing with the feeling good thing. If you can find a way to feel good, good things come from that. Insights come from that. And it's also the indicator that you've done the work, because it's the state that's kind of natural. When you look at a baby, that's the, you know, whatever the adult version is of the state of the baby, who's in the right now, fascinated by everything, feeling happy, bubbling over with joy. That's the state that is there when you remove the garbage on top of it. Like the Course in Miracles says, love is there when you remove all the blocks to seeing it. And I think love and joy and the state I'm talking about are all pretty interchangeable. I just made a video about peace, and I was watching it back to see if I really wanted to post it or not. And in it, I was talking about how I don't like to use the word love. I like to use the word peace. But then I went on to say the state of peace for me feels like being in love, but without the person causing it. So, you know, for some reason, I don't like to use the word love. It reminds me too much of a human thing, when this is just like a state of being. And that's what's there when you peel down the onion all the way to there not being nothing left. So that's really all I wanted to say. I'm procrastinating going into the gym right now. Since this last, I feel like I made a video recently about how I had sort of a cathartic memory that I think it was kind of like that last gross ingrown hair pop. It was like that. It was like everything that was left that was causing, you know, some sort of a inflammation just sort of came flying out in one moment. And then it was just like, you know, and then just allowing the area to just sort of naturally heal. You know, like I was saying, I've had thoughts come up, I've had habitual stuff come up, and it's just no longer supported by some kind of infection. So it just comes up and goes away, and it's just like, it's miraculous, really. The difference when you're not carrying around something. You know, if you're not feeling joyful and happy and peaceful, there's something there for you to do. And this is a process for a lot of people. And of course, I'm not in any way saying, oh, I'm at the end of it. I've just got a big one worked out, so I'm excited. I'm excited right now. I'm sure there's plenty of other shit, and I'll know that it's there when I stop feeling this way. That's the big clue for me. When I'm in this state and then it tanks and stays there, it's because something has happened. It's because there's something, some belief, something that needs to be figured out. It needs to, for me, that's just intending to know what it is and keeping that intention there. And then, you know, it's just like this magical process where you see what it is, or have the memories, you have the insights, just by having that intention. That's been how it's worked for me. So yeah, I'll end that there, and hope that it did something for somebody. Have a great day.